So here I am inside of the gradebook and I'm already in full screen mode. In the upper right hand corner, this ellipsis here, if we pick bulk edit, there's some features in here that I'd like to show you. With the bulk edit, it's going to show you all of the assignments. There's my quarter 3 ones at the top, quarter 4 is down here. Okay, and there's some nice features that I'd like to show you. It just kind of gives you like a bird's eye view of what's going on in your gradebook. Okay, so you can see columns for the name of the assignment, the category. So if I needed to quickly change categories or things, I can kind of double check that in here. If I needed to adjust max points, double checking to see, oh, this one is in my numeric versus FLB numeric, I would want to make that change. Okay, so it kind of just allows you to get a quick idea of everything. The next column here, published to students, if this is an assignment that you want to count in the gradebook, it does need to be published. And so if you see an unpublished mark, meaning a circle that is not filled in, and it's something that you definitely want to have it calculate in their overall score, then you're going to make sure that those are all green. This is particularly important if you are ever unpublishing a folder. When a folder is unpublished, then it's no longer being calculated. Any assignments or activities inside of there that are in that unpublished folder, they are not going to be calculated in the student's overall score. So that's why we have like a previous week's folder or an old work folder or something like that for you to just kind of move items into rather than unpublishing them, because we definitely want to make sure that we're not inadvertently removing scores from their overall score. So those green marks mean that they are all published. What you see next, due dates and times. This particular one does not really have due dates and times yet. I'm sure that you'll be using due dates and times once we start using Schoology in the 22-23 school year. But in this particular case, it pops up twice because there's two different sections. So I can see that the top one is for a different section than what the bottom one is for. Okay, and it's really nice to be able to just simply, oh, I forgot I put that in the wrong quarter. Typically, something maybe gets added into quarter 3 and you're like, oh, wait a minute, that was supposed to go in quarter 4. So it's very simple to move things into quarter 4, okay, and make that change. So there is, of course, a save button at the bottom. I am not going to save that change because I don't want to make any changes in here. But there's one last thing up at the top that I wanted to show you. Adding assignment. I really wasn't going to show you that one. That's not what I was talking about, but I guess I should mention that as well. Of course, we can add from inside of the bulk edit as well. Shifting due dates. So when I hover over this, it gives me an explanation here. Sometimes we have a snow day or things get, pushed back and we're just not making as much progress as we needed to, and we need to change due dates. So if you have multiple assignments that you've put in already and you kind of need to shift due dates on a few rather than just one, switching one due date's not bad from inside of, editing that material or making that change inside of the gradebook itself. But if you have added things for an entire week and then we have a snow day and you kind of want to switch all of them, you'll notice that this option here is going to shift the due dates either forward or back by 1 day only, and it's only going to be for those that have not passed their due date. Okay, so this shifting of due dates is a nice feature, but it only works when the due date hasn't passed. And so you're going to click the arrow forward if you want to move it forward 1 day, arrow back if you want it to move back a day. But again, that's only going to be for ones that have not passed their due date. If the due date is passed, then of course I'm going to have to just edit it manually for each one inside of either that material individually or inside of the gradebook as a whole. Okay, and the last thing up here, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this before, but you do see this on multiple pages. It does allow you to quickly switch back and forth between courses that you have. Okay, so that's the bulk edit. It's nice to be able to maybe at the end of the quarter or a couple times throughout the quarter, maybe you're getting close to that mid-quarter where progress reports maybe are going out, just to kind of come in here and take a look for yourself to make sure that everything looks the way that you want it to look. Okay, as far as making sure that we have the right grading scale in there, making sure that everything is published and things of that sort. So that is the bulk edit feature of the gradebook.